Hello, you glorious bastards, and welcome to the Russian Republic. Yeah, I tried out some new mods, and my Union of Britain file corrupted. Whoopsie doopsie doo. So yeah, but don't worry, we're not gonna abandon the glorious revolution. We're gonna do yeah, we're gonna become the Soviet Union. Because why the fuck not? Start with some basic setup. Let's build some industry. Of course, it'll be in what will eventually be Soviet-controlled territory. Because where else would I build it? Okay, let's gather up our entire Northern army. Okay. You guys. That's you. Form. Goddammit. Okay, you guys just form a new army. You guys join those. You guys form up there. You guys form up there. You guys form up there. You and you guys form up here. The rest of you guys. Kabanda, then Kabar, whatever. Form up the autonomy as brush. Form up on Mongolia. Form up on those motherfuckers. Good. Somehow outdated. Do not want to build submarines. You do not build submarines, stupid game. You build anything, you build battleships. They shall be deployed in Petrograd. Good. Let the game begin. Troubled history. After the October Revolution, anti-Bolshevik forces started to consolidate across the former Russian Empire, leading to a massive rebellion against the Soviet Republic in Serbia and the Donenkoben steppe dueling in the middle of 1918. The White Movement made considerable gains. I'm not gonna read more of this. President Kenchki. The Constitution guarantees freedom and stability. The Russian economy. We should strengthen the economy. Create new bureaucracy. And rely on village communes. Oh, great, fine. Political instability. Great. Lift SR Bolsheviks as a secure majority in the Duma. Takes power in the Republic. Martial law. Upload the state. Ha! Let the Bolsheviks assume power. Ashlar's autonomous region declares independence. There is nothing we can do. Motherfuckers. The Duma ensures Russian freedom and Russian guarantees greatness. Russian freedom and Russian greatness. Don't know why I read that as guarantees, but sure, why not? Fun is that these guys in the one game I've played as Russia before, they ended up automatically, just becoming my puppet. Boss Duma dies. Liberation, Duchy, dual cultural equality, independence, reformation. Cultural state, the Baltic Federation. First Landtag election. Side with the Bolsheviks. Compromise. These are extreme times. We need a shot of Bolshevism. Yes. Yes, we do. Who doesn't need Bolshevism? The Totalist Charter. I read this one before. It's basically just, let's abandon all socialism and call us socialist. Because, sure, that's never happened before in history. Only like every tyrant ever. Okay, let's take a look at my definitions. Ponsky, militiaman, designer, reaper, support with engineers. Why the flippin' hell? Okay. Fuck. You can all change into with no. Artillery support. 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 And artillery support. There we go. Blah. Kingdoms. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. The Senate. I am the Senate. Restore the proletarian dictatorship. I'll read this one after. When with men who are loyal to the workers, not the old elite in charge, it is time to restore the damage caused by the failed government of Kitchener. During the Berlin Conference in November 1935, the Germans forced us to repay the remaining part of the Weltkrieg War indemnities agreed upon by the Brest-Schleswig Treaty in 1918, 1 year earlier than expected, which has put the government in a dedicated position. The current budget of 1936 is already stretched to a bare minimum, and if we are to pay the accused Teutons, they are still called Teutons in this timeline? I did not actually know that. I'm not that big in Kaiserreich law, though I should be. It's interesting. Teutons. The cabinet seems no other alternative than to increase property tax rates, even if the increase in taxes will permanently anger the bourgeoisie. Ha! Bourgeoisie. They'll all be beheaded in the revolution anyways. The other cuts in government spending will be most valuable in the social service sector and in many homes of the invalidated war veterans, depending on the state support. Our citizens were already disgruntled and dissatisfied with the incumbent coalition of the cadets, the social revolutionaries united under the even more unpopular and impressive Alexander Kerensky. And it is feared that even measures will bring more extreme political grouping onto the political scene. The rich will pay! Oh god, I've minus 33 stupidity. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Austerity. Oh god, people hate austerity. And who can really blame them? Wait, can I actually enter into this? From here. No profit from the legislation cities. Following 1926 German intervention in China and the Treaty of Nanjing, signed in November that year, foreign trade was left to the richest cities of the coast under the joint control of the world powers owning interest in China. The independence of this consortium of cities was granted by the eight powers: Australasia, Austria, Canada, Germany, Japan, the French Republic, Russia, and the USA. Foreign investments and legislation cities themselves flourished not only through foreign trade, but also thanks to smuggling into Ostasien. That's the first time I've pronounced it. In Qing imperial territories. However, while we officially are part of the legislation city council, we have been able to gain access to the dividends it should entitle us to. This is a shame. Expansion of foreign policy. Reorganization of the with the rise of the government has its internal police to actively hunt down the protesters. A good idea. Just what we need. Really. Reintroduce Kaha. Treaties with Bulgaria. Great Black Monday. It seems that the Bulgarians approach us and attempt to foster relationships. Sure. I have a feeling this will hurt our ass. Electoral gridlock in France. I've not seen this one before. Commune of France is the world's leading syndicalist nation, united as a federation of city communes and directed by the Comité de Salut Public, the chief executive ever since the inception. However, the second commune was not uniform in its policy. Numerous factories arose, each one with their own idea of what path France should take as time for revenge against Germany and the World Revolution closes in. The CGT election of 1936 is said to be very important. It was also important, in fact, that none of the four factories could acquire a majority. Much like before the election, a coalition must be found. But how will this change the shape of the commune's politics? Only the men in the CCP itself will know. Interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen electoral gridlock. I might just have clicked away from it instantly. Introduce Okhan. Effective partisan and political power comes stability with revolutionary men. Re-educate. It's never good when Russians use quote lines for re-educate. I need army modernization. This one. Finish the modernization. Far East direction. Business land. Manchurian incest claims on some rebuild Vladivostok port. White Mongolia, the North Mongolia. Different Mongolia. What is North Mongolia include? Do we own Tanatuva? It seems like it's split. How dare they split Tanatuva? Ivan Pavlov dies. Ivan Pavlovich Pavlov, the widely known Russian psychologist, died today at 86 in Petrograd. He received the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1904 for his research on the digestive system, but is mostly known for his work on Krasluk. The Russian president expresses his sadness and announced that the laboratory would soon be a museum. Let's hope the classical conditioning works on you. Oh god, I hate these Russian events. They're so dark. Jabal, well, the fight for Arabia is on. -30s. Stability. Yeah. My stability is kind of shit. Black Monday, but flippin' sake. Oh yeah, all my 2 naval dockyards building battleships. That's just sad, you know. Okay. My production of planes are just not good enough. Maybe this will allow me to produce more than 10 a year. 11 a year. Ah. I just really need to mass in the Carpathians. The world is changing. The death of Pope Pius. One thing I really like about Kaiserreich is their use of these, impassable terrain barriers. Don Kurban Union. General strikes. Damn socialists. For the revolution, brethren. It gives us +2. Hell yeah. I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. My sister decided to take a bath, and she listens to extremely loud music. Should I organize the actual arms? Gregory Sukov. The First International Congress. Sukrov is the guild staff. Well then. Negotiation with the strike. Reach an agreement that keep reform. Reach through an agreement. Yeah, let's agree with the workers. That'll probably not help my revolution, but it'll keep it at bay. After all, I have to pretend to be a socialist, and socialists don't suppress the worker. What are we? Brute capitalists? With the crisis resolved, the factories may return to their previous efficiency. Great. The Papal Conclave. Let us get the Pope, who is, what is it called? Who is sympathetic to the syndicalist cause. We didn't, we get Pompey's traditional. Well, let's expand our research. No. You can join him. I have now reintroduced the Oaxacan. Whatever. My stability is not so bad as it used to be, which means I might actually produce some shit. I take that back. It's almost like I've been hit by Black Monday. And I'll stare at the god. Reinstate the sendt. That one. I excuse in advance for my poor Russian. I want to learn the language. I really, really do. But you know, I really dislike. It's like I want to learn German, right? I really want to learn it. But you know, like how when you've eaten so much of one type of food that it's just become disgusting to you. Yeah, that's how I have it with German. I've been forced to learn it so much that even though I would love to actually speak the language, it's become so hated in my mind. But hey, does Stalin rule here? Don't know. I don't remember what Stalin's name was before he changed it to, you know, Stalin. So for all I know, it could be Stalin. Or it could. First Women's Division's death. Maria Bucha, colonel of the Russian army and hero of the Weltkrieg and Russian Civil War, has requested allowed from First Women Division by combining quick system. Allow her to form the first. That's fine. These two. What the fuck? They start up powerful. Full control of Argentina. With fire support. You two should be instated here. Guarding in Moscow. I just really need to mass produce guns. I don't need tanks, don't need aeroplanes. I just need guns. And lots of them. Austerity measure, Russian, workers' rights, and just stability. Oh god, this is bad. Legislative freedoms, send in the army. No. Dispersed industry. I can't even up the economy. Though I can up conscription. Ugh. Really don't know how long it will take for, you know. Why do I keep saying, you know? It's really annoying to myself too. I don't know how long it will take for the Soviets to start the Civil War. Bolsheviks. Syndicalist, radical socialist, syndicalist, radical socialist. Capacity construction research. I don't like it. Ideological crusaders. Silent work. I love silent workhorses. Manage to occupy territory. Return terrorists into Tassamore. I have a feeling it's most of Eastern Siberia. coup d'etat, yeah. With the first wave of the crisis slowly passing by, some less affected branches of the economy have bounced off the bottom. Still, the overall state does not. Let's hope stabilization will come soon. Because waiting for things to get better is the best economic decision ever. It's like saying, oh yeah, let the rich get richer and it'll totally trickle down to the middle class. Like, how delusional do you have to be to actually believe in trickle-down economics? There was once this joke, I can't remember who said it, that hell was a special place. The deepest, darkest part of hell is a special place. It's occupied by warriors of the most horrible people in the world. Brutal dictators who slaughtered millions of people. Genocidal people. Mass murderers. And all of that. And people who believe in trickle-down economics. Truly the worst of the bunch. Russian writer, that name better known under his pen name Maxim Gorky, died today in Moscow at 68. A fellow traveler of the Bolsheviks, he experienced oppression under the Tsarist regime, but was quite doubtful during the October Revolution, thus avoiding after that. As a rabid opponent of Kensky, he publicly supported Thrakin after he narrowly followed his sudden death. Many think that his sudden death could be due to changing political atmosphere in Russia. I say you, 68 is old age. Let's see here. Encryption, more political power, let's apply more decryption, political power, oh, but he's an authoritarian democrat. And now it's up here. This dude. Yard one. Yard. Aggregation in the countryside. With the saturation in the countryside growing increasingly unless peasants have become easily influenced by various agitators. One situation has reached a charismatic activist visited a number calling for oval room. Let him agitate. Let's invent the radio. Union Christian Socialism. Communal industrialization. I'm not surprised. Yeah. Come on and dance. Come on and dance. I share a border with Lithuania, only just. Can I justify what? No, 75 world tension. Studying the Kaiserreich. The Kingdom of Ukraine. Cut ship, Popular Front. Solve the Russian language. Fate of the monarchy. A red handman. Friendship of nation. That one. Dissolve the rats. Ukrainian international arm. Federalization. The succession question. Treaty of Pratislav. Russophiles control the government. Consolidate with nation reform. Church and nation. Request Polish farm. The Polsitava movement. Resettlement. Poland elects new king. Can recognize Russian as an official language. Eastern free trade. Crisis and coalition. Purge the left. The successful question. Expansion of the neighbor. Reforming in military. Haha! Recent military exercises led to one infeasible conclusion. The Russian military is a mess. You don't fucking say. Sweeping reforms will be needed to take in authority. Huh. Well, time to reform the army, bitches. And after all, everybody know, superior firepower is best. It would be ridiculous if I just take all of the army one. We are modern secular state. The officer exchange must have a role in government. You can bet your ass they don't have. We are modern secular state. Send in the army to pacify them. They're just women after all. What threat can they be to my government? Was the last words I've ever spoken, but now I'm officially branded as a sexist. The patriarch crisis in our government. Encourage a national debate over religious matters. Everything shall stay as it is. Satilov is a veteran from both front lines and the staff quarters. Ugh, major peasant unrest. Agitators by various groups imposed peasantry have risen up. It's almost like they think they have any rights. Local administration is powerless against the mob, and now it seems that the only way to solve this is to use force. Alternatively, we can all attempt to negotiate, although satisfying the peasants may turn out to be quite expensive. Yeah, we're gonna send an army. What? It's almost like I want the socialists to rise up. Ah, that wouldn't be right. We no longer get fulfilled the strikers' demands. Can I finally begin to produce shit again? No, I still have minus 53 but shit. Ugh. Indochina. Deutschen Ostasien. Reforming the navy, I will have a look. While not the first choice for military command, he does have a circle of close allies who advocate theory of overwhelming firepower, hammering enemy position with artillery before attacking. Additionally, more initiative and responsibility needs to be given to the officer at the front line. It's almost like I'll lose stability for these. Army modernization. Yay. Ugh. Let's crush the socialists shall be crushed out. You're elected. Sorry, the socialists have been in. This is how I realize it. This is how I think this has been elected. Like the Senate, these guys here, right? Like the PSR, the social liberals were just like the social liberals should be elected into government. Then this one runner just comes into the Senate like, sir, yeah, them Bolsheviks have been elected into government. What? How could this happen? Apparently people are angry that we are very bad at running the nation. Don't know what they mean. And shit is just a downward spiral from there. Like, okay, when will these expanded workers' rights roll out? 25th March? Ugh. Bad. Soviet threat. The continuing stability and strength of red influence has forced us to compromise with the proletariat after civil Bolshevik activity is still high in Russia, and in case of a further weakening of our power, might attempt to rise up again. The Bolsheviks, the NSP, the NOP, and the Bolsheviks. Mashesky Molotov? I'm not surprised. rulers, the Senate. I didn't know Emperor Palpatine was Russian. Well, guess you learn something new every day. Everything shall stay as it is, goddammit. General strike? No. I shall send in the army and crush you. You are traitors to the revolution, and you shall be exterminated as such. Oh, well, whoops. You're not traitors to the revolution. You're traitors to the nation, to the Senate, and to orthodoxy itself. Shit, I slipped into communist mode. Fuck. Yeah. Social. Yeah. Monarchy. Yeah. Oh, time's not running. Whoops. General strike. You know what? I will crush you. I will fucking kill you. Ugh. General strike expands. Workers from other factories joined. The situation is on the brink of eruption. He's talking it like we're about to break out into civil war, but that would never happen. Let's see how many guns I'm producing. I'm producing nearly 2 guns a day. And I'm producing stalled region agreement. Stalled negotiations. They'll have to go back to work eventually after all. They better get back to work soon. After all, we can't just have people running around thinking they can just go away after all. If the Russians start coming home of our comment, where shall we go? Let's stay in Petrograd. Is there any special Russian music in here? Take from the wheels. Ugh, I don't want to give you anything. You have to head back eventually. The Red Army. The Great Prince here. Yeah, this one. This is my German bitches. And I'll have to crush all of you. The Ashlash Oda, the Turkestan Khan. Somebody else. Ugh, stall the negotiation. Workers from other factories. Send in the army. I'm done dealing with these stupid workers thinking they have any rights. Get back to work, you serfs. Shit, I called them serfs. Get back, you glorious Russian people. Stall the negotiation. Clashes in Petrograd. Piss off. Clash in Moscow. Clashes in Tarsin? Is that what they call, like... No, that's what they call Stalingrad. Ugh. Stop fighting back. You have nothing to gain from this. You have nothing to gain and the world to lose. You are, after all, the best treated workers in the world. Come on, army, you can crush these damn revolutionaries. They're just delusional people thinking they have any say. I have all 3 of my research just finished at the same time, like, sure, why not? Let's invent the truck. Let's... Okay. This soon has to fucking end. They keep fighting back like they're worth anything. I shall crush these workers myself soon. Stalled. force them back to work already. Send in the army. Just crush them already. How hard can it be to crush a general strike? They're just peasants. We've confiscated their weapons. Soon have enough with these revolutionaries thinking they're worth anything. And with that, a slow pan zoomed out of the Senate, where the leader of them was getting more and more annoyed, and we scroll down, watching the workers riot in Petrograd, in Moscow, and in Sars. The workers are angry again. Will it be like 1917 and 1918, or will the Russian government finally give in? See you next time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, I can talk, our YouTube analytical guards.